Okay, now that I've got that one door painted, I've got to let that dry and before I can sand it and get it ready for the second coat. Well, what am I going to do with the roller cover? Well, a couple things I could do. I could rinse this out and hope that it dries before I get ready to install the next one. Or if I have some extra rollers, I could clean that one out and then use a brand new roller for the next coat. This is the only roller cover I've got. Well, I got one other one, and this one was the best of the two. And so I'm gonna leave this with some paint on it. Okay. Get it. So I got a little bit on there, not saturated too much, but this is 1/4 inch nap roller, so there's only so much paint that's going to be in. Now I take my plastic and I'm just going to wrap that up in the plastic, okay, like so, and just kind of pull it in, fold that over because I want the ends covered, and then I can roll it up some more, okay, and I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to kind of make sure all the plastic is pushed down tight on the roller cover. Okay, that'll keep that roller cover from drying out. Okay, and then when I get ready to install the second coat, all I have to do is unroll that. And you can use plastic bags from the store. I had a big plastic bag and I cut it in thirds. I cut that one, I got another little piece over here and use that. And I wouldn't, if you have paint on your plastic already and it's dry, don't use that. Use a regular. That's why I put it on the end of that one. And so this is all going to be nice and wet when I pull it out. I don't have to rinse that off. See what I'm saying? Good way to keep it ready. And that way I don't have to keep rinsing that out in between coats 3 or 4 times during the day. And all that kind of stuff. And I can virtually leave that there, go to lunch, come back 2 hours from now, pull that out. In fact, by the time this door dries, this door will be dry probably 25 minutes or so by just touching it. But I want to get it drier than that. I'll let it set. Probably I'll have to look at my watch and see what time it is now, and maybe I'll let it dry for, like, say 2 hours or so, and it just depends on your weather. But I want to get the backside dry a little bit more than just the top, because I don't want to start sanding. You sand too hard, you could start peeling the paint up or digging a hole down, and then your sandpaper start getting wet paint on it. Hey, you just screwed up your door finish. You're going to have to put another coat on there, let it dry, and redo it. You see what I'm saying? And so I don't want to do that. That's why I'm going to spend the extra time, let it go maybe a couple hours, and then I'll lightly sand this with my 150 grit. If I had higher grit, 200, I'd use that. And then all I would be doing is lightly etching and sanding any little imperfections that are on. I wouldn't go too hard on it. I don't want to. With sandpaper, it's not the harder you sand, the better your finish is going to be. Not when you're talking about just sanding your door to put a second coat of paint on. Okay, it's just going to get the high edges off, any little imperfections off, and that before I put the second coat of paint on. Once I put the second coat of paint on, hey, that's it. I don't touch it after that. That's why it's like the more times you use a paint roller, the better you get. That's just how it happens. You're not going to be perfect on the first time that you use it, but hey, you all have to learn somehow, right? And the only way to learn is by actually doing it. You can watch 1,000 videos. You can watch 1,000 hours worth of videos. You can read books on how to do it yourself. But the only way you're going to get good at it is by taking that knowledge and moving it on to where you're doing it yourself. And then you'll start learning along the way as you go. And you just, hey, you're going to screw up, but just about anything that you do is fixable. Or, well, yeah, it didn't come out as best as it could have, but I learned along the way. And next time I paint a door, I'm going to know exactly what to do. And your next door, guess what? Your next door project's going to look that much better. And then your next one's going to look better than that. That's just, it's just kind of uncanny how that happens, okay? So there you go, waiting for it to dry. Hey, well, I'm waiting for that to dry. What can I do? Do I just sit here and twiddle my thumbs? No. I've got this door jamb to repaint, and I've already did some work on it. I sanded it. I've cleaned it. It had all kinds of stuff on it. I took the weather stripping off of it. And I show you how to do all that on a previous episode. Take that out on there. And now I've got to do some spot caulking on here. Where I've noticed it in here along where the hinges are and stuff. They didn't do a very good job. They had the hinges on here before they painted this door jamb, I can tell. Because see, they only went up to there, and then they didn't caulk from there down to like right in there. And you can see where they've kind of missed, where they kind of messed up a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of fix that, and I'll do a once over on here. I may end up putting a little bit of caulking in a couple spots over here. I'm not quite sure yet, but I had some different caulking. That's what this particular video is about. I've got all this caulking. Which one of these caulking tubes would you use? Now I'm making this video for a reason, so I hope you're listening. Now I had this one in my caulk gun, and I just use that to install this gloss white caulking around some finished areas around a sink and underneath the sink pedestal and stuff. I forget exactly where all. Oh, I remember. I use this gloss white to caulk the top edge of the quarter round trim that I installed down there. Okay, and the reason why I used this one here was because it was gloss white, and it was going to stay shiny, because this particular stuff has 100% silicone in it. Okay, and so you gotta read these, because what I was thinking on that was I didn't paint this. This came factory finished like that at the store, this quarter round, and it was pretty close to the same color as the baseboard. So I decided not to paint the quarter round when I installed it, and I decided I'll keep the glossy white edge by installing this. Well, this particular stuff, it's 100% silicone. You got to read the labels, because usually 100% silicone, even the white. Okay, I mean, obviously it's got some pigments to make it white, but it's still siliconized. The whole thing is. You got to read these, because this one here, you cannot paint over it. Okay, so if I were to use that caulking, even though it says gloss white, it's going to turn out gloss white, yeah, from here down. But when I go ready to paint, the paint's not going to take to it. The paint could bead up on it, just bead up or slide off, and that kind of stuff. Even though it's white, you know, you probably wouldn't see it very much in the little areas that I'm going to do. But you know, depending where you use that caulking, paint does not cover it. So I'm not going to use that one. I could use either one of these. This one. See, this one says Alex, and it says 25 year. This is Alex Plus, and it says 40 year. Well, this one does a little bit more. This one's white. This one's white. What's the difference? You know, this one says windows, trim, doors. This one says windows, doors, molding, trim, baseboards. This one actually has a siliconized base. See, it says all-purpose acrylic latex caulk plus silicone. This one, painter's acrylic latex caulk. It's kind of like that. This one does not have silicone in it. This one does, but it's paintable. See, paint in 30 minutes, flexible, strong, and then it'll say it's even 100% waterproof, and you can paint over it. Read your directions. This one you can paint over too. So, you know, this one's about $1.50, $2 cheaper than this one. I used to use this one all the time instead of this one, because they used to have this one in brilliant white. Now I can't find that at the store. I can only find white. They used to have white and brilliant white. And I used to use the brilliant white, and when it dried, the brilliant white would still stay white and kind of stay shiny. That's why I always use that stuff. But lately, when I've used that, after it dries, it gets dull, and it's almost kind of like a flat finish on it, and it gets a duller color, almost like an off-white color when it dries. And so, you know what? Most times, I'm not going to get this one anymore at the store, because usually whenever I use the Alex Plus, I'm painting over it anyways. Okay. In fact, I used to use this to caulk around the bottom of toilets, the bottom edge of sinks if it goes down to a countertop. I used to use this. Well, I'm not going to use this anymore for that because it's going to dry, kind of a dry look, and it's going to discolor after a while. So anytime I do anything like that in the future, I'm going to use this one here. Oh, I think I got this one because I caulked around the top edge of a bathtub. That's why I got this. And that's going to stay nice and shiny white. And see, same thing for tubs, toilets, sinks, stuff like that you want finished, that you know you're not going to paint over. I'm going to use this one. I'm probably not going to use this one anymore. So this one here, I've got about this much left. I haven't used it for a while, and I'm hoping to dig this out because this is going to be all dry. Worst case scenario, I may have to cut the tip a little bit bigger to dig it out with a screwdriver or whatever. And I think this is still good caulking. Worst case scenario, then I'll get into this one. This one I've got 3/4 of a tube left. It's about from there up. But I'll probably try to get some use out of this one. And you know, if the tip is a little bit bigger than where I need, I can wipe off the excess because I'm only putting it in this edge. You see what I'm saying? And so I'll use that one. And like I say, most of the time painters, when they get ready to paint like door frames, door jambs, they'll caulk it all, and they'll use this painter's caulking because they're going to paint over it anyway. Saves them a few bucks per tube, going around window stools, going around the top edge of baseboards, around the frame, on the outside, on the inside joint, where your doorstop material is, around window stools, all that kind of stuff. You can use that just Alex, and that's from DAP. You don't have to get this exact one, but most stores have it, or they have something comparable to this one. And anytime you do painting, you might want to think about that before buying something expensive, and before paying $6 or $7. Oh, I'm going to use the best stuff known to man, and you put that on there, clear or even the gloss white, and you get ready to paint. Look out, because your paint is not going to cover silicone. Okay, certain types of silicone. So make sure you read those labels.